Caitlin Clark has once again proven her greatness. Her jersey retirement game didn't just draw a large crowd, it broke records, surpassing even A'ja Wilson's achievements. The excitement surrounding Clark is undeniable, and she has clearly established herself as the brightest star in women's basketball today.
Caitlin Clark! Not consider A'ja Wilson in her retirement, no! We don't think that it's fair that Caitlin Clark would have her retirement ceremony on the same day as A'ja Wilson's retirement ceremony, even though they both wear the same number 22. Even though Caitlin Clark just graduated college, she has well over many accolades to have her jersey retired, but everyone's lives should revolve around A'ja Wilson, and she should wait. I think all of you need to shut your pie holes. You shut your pie holes right now. Caitlin Clark is the face of the WNBA. No one's world is going to revolve around A'ja Wilson just because she's retiring too.
Now here's where it gets interesting. A'ja Wilson, whose jersey was retired the same day, isn't exactly thrilled, and it's easy to understand why. Caitlin Clark's jersey retirement wasn't just a milestone, it was the event, drawing massive viewership that completely eclipsed Wilson's moment. Rather than embracing the overall rise of women's basketball, Wilson appears more concerned about her own spotlight dimming as Clark's star continues to rise.
This guy, he says, one brought a chip to their program and made it into a powerhouse and top destination for future recruits. The other is Caitlin Clark. But congratulations to the both of them on their historic college careers.
Let's be honest, Caitlin Clark is the main reason fans are glued to their screens. Her deep threes, record-smashing performances, and magnetic presence have elevated the game to an entirely new level. Meanwhile, despite years in the WNBA, A'ja Wilson hasn't been able to ignite nearly the same buzz or excitement.
Out crowd, not a shocker. I think it was like at almost 15,000, if not at 15,000 people. And the tickets were pretty expensive.
And this isn't just marketing hype. Clark's talent shines on its own. She's electrifying, a genuine must-watch on the court. Wilson, not quite in the same league. Rather than celebrating Clark's impact and the boost she's giving the sport, Wilson appears resentful. She's openly expressed frustration over the spotlight on Clark, but the reality is simple. Clark has earned every bit of it. The numbers tell the story. More fans are captivated by Caitlin Clark now than ever were by Wilson, and that truth has to sting.
Okay, she would have her jersey retired on February 2nd. Okay, be technical. Okay, technically speaking, hers was first announced on February 2nd. And then last April, I believe, of April of last year, 2024. And then it was then announced at Iowa, okay, the state, the Hawks.
Clark hasn't even stepped onto the WNBA court yet, but she's already outshining Wilson by selling out arenas and capturing massive attention. If Wilson truly wanted the spotlight, perhaps she needed to do more to earn it. In the end, Clark is the future. Her records, ratings, and fan base speak volumes. Caitlin Clark keeps proving why she's the biggest name in women's basketball, not only through her record-breaking feats but also by the genuine way she connects with fans. During her emotional jersey retirement speech, she took time to thank her supporters, recognizing the high ticket prices and how much it meant to her that so many showed up. That heartfelt gratitude is what sets Clark apart. She knows she's a major draw, and she never takes it for granted.
Pretty overwhelmed right now, but there's just a lot of people to first of all, my teammates. I wouldn't be here without any of you, and a lot of you came back, and you know, you have busy schedules, and I think that just speaks to the culture of this place, you know, so selfless. Like, I know my number's up there, but it wouldn't be if it wasn't for all of you. So to the ones that were my teammates when I was here, I really appreciate you guys, and I love you.
Meanwhile, A'ja Wilson can only wish she had that kind of pull. The harsh reality? South Carolina had to hand out free tickets just to fill seats for Wilson's jersey ceremony. That's downright embarrassing. Here's a so-called superstar, touted as a WNBA star, yet unable to even sell out her own event. It says a lot. Wilson likes to position herself as the face of the league, but the truth is she simply doesn't move the needle the way Clark does. Just look at the numbers. Clark's games consistently shatter viewership records, attracting more fans than many WNBA matchups combined.
Like, I've said this before, like, I feel like one of my greatest skills is, like, I really don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, I believe in myself, I'm confident in myself, I'm confident in my teammates. I try to instill that in them. I'm confident in the coaching staff on whatever team I was on, whether that was here, whether that's at the Fever now. And we just rely on those people, and you know, nobody gets to step inside your locker room, whether it was here at Iowa or whether it was, you know, with the Fever now. Like, everybody thinks they know everything and have an answer, but that's just not reality, and that goes for all of professional sports, and really that goes for all of you as well and people in life.
The demand for Clark's jersey retirement was off the charts. Fans were ready to shell out big bucks just to be part of history. Meanwhile, Wilson, despite years in the WNBA, can't seem to spark even a fraction of that enthusiasm. If she were truly the star she claims to be, people would gladly pay to see her play, but that simply isn't happening.
Is that it's on the same, obviously it's on the same day as the A'ja Wilson jersey retirement, and the price is, it is cost, to get into South Carolina, it cost $64. $64 to get the A'ja Wilson's jersey retirement. It is $1,000. $1,000 in the same night to get in.
Instead of accepting this reality, Wilson has grown bitter and frustrated that her career hasn't made the same cultural impact. That's the key difference between a true superstar and someone who just wants the spotlight. Clark doesn't have to chase attention. Fans are naturally drawn to her. Wilson? Not so much. Social media reactions have been harsh, with many calling out Wilson for constantly demanding respect while refusing to acknowledge Clark's well-earned praise. Maybe deep down, Wilson knows Clark has already overtaken her in popularity, and Clark hasn't even stepped onto the WNBA court yet. The truth is, Wilson's dominance feels manufactured. The WNBA has pushed her as a star, but if she were truly that compelling, why aren't people interested?
Guys, everyone was back for Caitlin Clark's jersey retirement. And everyone was there. It was...
From the very first tip-off, it was obvious this was the must-see event in sports. While games played across the country struggled to capture attention, nothing matched the excitement, energy, and massive fan turnout for Clark's historic night. Viewership numbers soared, proving beyond doubt that Clark isn't just a star, she's the biggest draw in women's basketball today. What made the evening even more memorable was that Iowa didn't just show up, they dominated. This wasn't just a sentimental farewell where the result was secondary. Clark made sure to deliver a performance that reminded everyone why she's the biggest name in the game. But what happened after the final buzzer spoke volumes as, normally, fans start to drift out, heading home or back to their routines once the game ends. Not this time. When Caitlin Clark stepped up to the microphone for her speech, no one budged. The stadium stayed packed, with fans hanging on every word, cheering her on, and fully soaking in the historic moment.
Decided on number 22, as the story goes. If we were to tell that 5-year-old what today was going to be, what would she have said?
Honestly, I'm very overwhelmed. This has been absolutely incredible. Just being here and feeling this energy again, there's really no place like this place, and I truly mean that. And it's special for me, it's special for my family, and a lot of my former teammates are back here, former coaches, the coaching staff, and some of my teammates that are still on the team. But I'm just very lucky and grateful and very fortunate. You don't dream of something.
It wasn't just a game, it was a movement. Compare that to most women's sports events, even the so-called big WNBA nights, where arenas often have empty seats, fans leave early, and games struggle to gain national attention. Clark has completely changed that narrative.